Kia ora everybody, Tama. I'm a grateful member of Alcoholics Anonymous. My story is no different to anybody else. When I drank, my problem was worse when I didn't drink. It's a lonely place, the misery that I got through my drinking. The day I actually walked into my first AA meeting, I was locked up. AA actually came into the prison that I was in. My last name sounds like AA, so I thought that they were calling me. And I went to that meeting. Unbeknownst to me, it was actually an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. I couldn't get out of that meeting, but I heard an old-timer share his experience, strength and hope. Now I'm the garden variety alcoholic that's always thinking that everything's a conspiracy. So the old-timer, when he spoke, I thought the officers were telling him about me, and it really freaked me out. Actually, I did speak to the officers, but the old-timer says to me, that's just my story. I'm telling you my story. I says, no, I still don't believe it. He had something in his hand with a piece in his ear. I says, these guys are telling you about me. You know, I was so suspicious about everybody because in my upbringing, everybody just felt like my enemy and everybody was against me. And that was my first meeting ever. I didn't know anything about AA, hadn't heard nothing about Alcoholics Anonymous. And so I was oblivious as to what AA was in the prison system. Today I'm grateful to those men who came and brought their experience, strength and hope. They just said, these are the suggested things that I needed to do when I get out. So that was in 2008, I got out in 2010, and my journey in the somewhat free life began. Still on parole. A couple of weeks later, I'm getting recalled into prison. On that, my parole officer, she knew about the program. She says, stay going to the program. Here's a book, get them to sign it. Get to as many meetings as you can. Do 90 meetings in 90 days. I didn't want to go back to prison. I hadn't worked the program like I should have, but there were old timers that started me on my journey. And number one was to do service. Start doing the dishes, pick up the butts outside, put the chairs out, put the chairs away, do the greeting and stuff like that. That got me to the meeting. It also got me to like people as well. And they showed me what it was. My sobriety date's the 22nd of January 2014, so there was still 4 years of doing research, seeing whether I was an alcoholic or maybe these people are right and out there drinking and coming back to meetings. It was you guys that says keep coming back. And when I eventually got a sponsor, he started working with me through the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. These did hang up in prison, but I thought if I just learnt and memorised them, I'd be right. But I got a sponsor who took me through this amazing program that I have today and working those steps on a daily basis into my life. When you're working the program isn't just turning up for the 90 and 90. The program isn't just going to meetings here and there or meeting and greeting. The program is the 12 steps and the 12 traditions of this program. The old timer that came into prison, he was Māori. Not only the chocolate biscuits and the real coffee that he brought in, that kept me coming back. That's the truth, actually, by the way, because we couldn't have real chocolate biscuits or coffee in prison. But he sat beside me. It was him who welcomed me in. He didn't say, oh, well, this is not for you, for my kind or anything like that. That was the drawing card for me. Like I did say that I had problems with authority. That authority were police, and police weren't Māori. All the headmasters, all the school teachers, everybody, it just seemed like that, every European was against me. So the drawing card for me in AA was that Māori man that came in to share his experience, strength and hope. What kept me going to the meetings out here was the Māori men and women that I met in AA, and Samoan as well. And so I needed to know that there were people that were Māori or Indigenous that were here. Although we're not exclusive, I'm not exclusive at all today, because we're all the same. I have a spiritual life today that connects me to them. I do have a God of my own understanding. It's just not the same God that I was brought up with today. But I still use the word God. My concept of God today is about love, awhi, tautoko, support, transparency and giving and doing service.